Let's now take a look at how we can sketch the quadratic of this graph by first of all representing it in the format of y equals x minus h all squared plus k by completing the square essentially. And sketching it including the coordinates of the vertex. That's the only requirements is the vertex themselves. To start this, basically we need to complete the square of our quadratic, which we've done in a previous video. But let's have a look at this. Essentially what we want to do is we want to half this middle term number, so the coefficient of the x, and add it squared here, and then subtract it squared at the end. Now, when we do this, it allows us to quickly factorize this by completing the square. So this will end up being x plus 2 all squared. I'll still have my plus 3, and then I'm subtracting 4 at the end here. So therefore, my y is equal to x plus 2 all squared, and then take 1 here. What this now easily allows me to do is to see what the vertex is. And my vertex here is going to be opposite sign of inside the brackets, -2, same sign of outside the brackets, so 1. So the vertex is at the coordinate -2, 1. Now, even though all it requires is the vertex, there is one more piece of information I really need to be able to sketch this graph. And that's the Y-intercept. The Y-intercept allows me to fix that graph in place. So the Y-intercept occurs when our x value is equal to 0. So we now substitute 0 into this quadratic just here. So my y is going to be equal to my 0 plus 2, which is just 2, all squared, subtract my 1. So that's 4 take 1, which is 3. So my y-intercept is at 3. So now I can use these two pieces of information to go ahead and sketch the graph of this. Now I'll start by locating my y-intercept at 3. And then my vertex, which will occur at -2, +1, so it'll occur over here somewhere. And I put my coordinate down. Now I just sketch it and label it. So in essence, the process that we're following here is starting to piece together some of the skills that I've gone through previously all into one. So we've got our quadratic in general form. We first of all factorize it by completing the square to represent it in this format, which allows us to identify the vertex in this vertex form really easily. From there, you still need to find where the y-intercept is so we can fix this graph in place nice and easily, and then sketch this graph with all the important information.